Welcome to Gaia. We are an earth-based Unitarian Universalist congregation who meets here every Sunday with ritual or class or workshop starting at 4 and a mini social half hour at 3. If you haven't already silenced your phones or other beepy things, now is a good time to do that. The team for today's ritual is myself, Kitty Degler, Devin Scrogum, who's also doing tech, and out at the fire pit is my husband, Sam Chapman, who is going to be today. So the plan for the ritual is just to have we're going to learn some chants, and then set up sacred space, as we tend to do. We're going to build an ancestor altar and read names of those who have passed on in the last year. And then we're going to focus on things that Gaia community needs to release, magical workings we've done over the past probably several years. And as well as there'll be meditation where you can think about things in your own life you might want to release. And then we'll go outside and we'll burn them in a real fire, which is pretty cool because we haven't been able to do that in a long time. And then we'll come back in and we'll look ahead to the new year and we'll do an activity of creating Gaia community for ourselves and then for each other, which we'll put in a hat, and then you can draw one out for yourself. So that should be fun. And then there is a potluck afterwards. You're welcome to stay, even if you didn't bring anything. We'll see what we've got to eat. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to learn a couple songs. And Devin, if you could put up the words to the first one. I'll get my drum. So this song, the music was written by a former member, Anna Allegra, with words that were for Christmas. And I wrote new words for Samhain, and I'm gonna let Devin get these words up so that you can see them. Well, I've got words here, so I'll sing it through for you, and hopefully Devin will find it. So the thing sounds like this. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning. Bring our paths to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. There we go, yay! And singing it would work. Okay, so the words go like this. I'll say a line and you can repeat it back to me. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, bring our paths to light. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, bring our paths to light. Now the veil is thin.
Now the veil is thin.
Spirits all around.
Spirits all around.
Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound.
Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound.
Okay, so this is the chant we're going to use at the end of the ritual when we want to have our hopes sent into the future. Okay, so now I'll sing a line and you can sing it back to me. The year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel the year is turning, turning, bring our paths to light. The wheel the year is turning, turning, bring our paths to light. Now the veils thin, spirits all around. The veils thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. Okay, so let's try singing that through a couple of times. So we're here is turning, turning on this sound night. The wheel the year is turning, turning, bring our paths to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. The wheel the year is turning, turning on this silent night. The wheel the year is turning, turning, bring our paths to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. Okay, that will work. We'll come back to that long time from now. All right, so the next is a song, and we'll sing this after we read all our names for the ancestor altar. And it's called Weaver, Weaver, and it goes like this. Weaver, weaver, weave that threads, hold line strong into your well. Healer, healer, heal the again. Now, is that way too high for you all? Or are you thinking you?
I mean,
We'll see.
I can adjust. that.
Okay, well, let's see.
I'll just sing way lower.
Okay, so I'll sing a line and you sing it back to me. Weaver, weaver, weaver. Weaver, weaver, weaver. Hold on strong into your well. Hold on strong into your well. Healer, healer, heal the healer, healer, healer. Again. Okay, so how much do I need to drop this? Is it okay?
Scott presented the workshop I went to one time,
Yeah,
and he said, "Say I can't sing. So find a note your voice will do and do it, and pay no attention to the music."
oh, okay, well, that'll work. So let's sing this through all together once, and then we'll go on. Weaver, 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 hold my soul into your well. Healer, healer, heal the okay. And that we'll sing in a little bit after we light all the candles on our ancestor altar. Okay, so let me put this down. Often one of the first things we do in one of our rituals is light our chalice. And it's the one that other units a time of endings, a time of beginnings, a time of letting go and of welcoming in. The stars shine brighter in the cold, dark sky. The veil is thin and the wheel turns. As we kindle this flame, we honor and remember those who have passed into the mystery and welcome new beginnings for ourselves. Blessed be.
And now a bit of grounding and centering. Sit up comfortably as you may. And take with me 3 deep breaths. Bring your awareness to the center. Feel the beat of your pumping your own blood. Feel that awareness of yourself. Through your spine, through your hips, your feet. Let your awareness drift through the floor, through the concrete walls, through the living soil, deep into the first layer of rock, the limestone that used to see. Drift. The rocks that have never made it to the surface. To the warm mantle. Slowly to the core itself. The magma and iron that maintain our planet. Know that the iron in the core, the iron in our blood is the same. Take with me 3 breaths. Let your awareness filter up back to the earth, into your body. Now let your awareness walk back. Let the DNA inside of you feel that connection. The people who brought you into this world, the people who brought them, the stories that were handed down, the life that was handed down, the time people moved to cities, time and people's culture, the time we were surviving independent of each other. And at night, camping around fires, telling stories. Know that those stories, that DNA, you're connected with them. May we never be a connection the people who were, the world that is. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
So you may recognize this wonderful stick with ribbon and leather and copper wire. Today, as part of this ritual, we are repurposing it. She'll be casting our circle like it is passing a baton. With the simple words of welcome to our circle.
Welcome to our circle.
Welcome to our circle.
Welcome.
Welcome to our circle.
Welcome to our circle.
Welcome to our circle. The circle is cast. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
If you need to leave, the circle is open, is pregnable. Enter in and out as you need be. As you are able, please face the north, either standing or sitting. We welcome the record of everything that has gone before, the world as it has been. Welcome, Earth.
Welcome, Earth. If you'll turn to the east, we welcome the shifting ephemera that is the world at the moment. Welcome, air.
Welcome.
We welcome the drive of life, the action, reaction, and interaction of the now. Welcome, fire.
Welcome, fire. In the west, we welcome the flow where all life leads and where all things return to. Welcome, water.
Welcome. I call on the mighty great queen who shapes the fates of her people. May courage be granted to us as bright as bronze. May our forms be exalted. May our wills be ennobled. May our strength be increased. And may our graves not be opened. May we complete our journeys. May our destinies be ensured to us. May the serpent in the heart not attack, nor the gray worming doubt, nor the senseless fear. May no hostile company attack us without our own company of warriors. May we have riches in time from the mighty ones. May we know hundreds of truths, hundreds of joys, each hundred after another. I pray your great blessings. May the fire of the hero, your blessings, Queen, on your people. El.
El Morgan. So now it's time to build our ancestor altar and to read the names of those who have passed on. So if you have something that you want to add to the altar, now is a good time to do it. You can put them up now, and if you want to tell us something about who you're adding, you may. This is for my dad. It's the picture I know of in the house. So I bring him every year. And hope that he would be approving or at least tolerant of my religion.
That's really funny. Things in common. My dad and mom. My sister Susan. Oh. Okay, and my grandmother. Maybe not my mother. And my father-in-law.
For the names. Okay. Mercury. Okay. Freddie Mercury love cats.
First of all, as a dear friend Raven, years ago. Well. Again. Then I have a gold medallion thing from Auburn University on a chain.
Here we go.
That's Jordan my dad from Auburn University. There is a drinking horn for all of our ancestors, just, you know.
My grandfather picked that up at some point. I don't know the story behind it. And then the plaque up there, this was on the front door to the house that we moved out of. It was the house that Grandma bought in 1960 when Grandpa was still deployed to Korea. So it
And
was
Prairie Village was
Yeah.
just getting started, right?
right. Prairie Village was still something in plowed ground, right? You know,
Okay.
they just finished building Shawnee Mission East. And I don't have anything with me right now. But I think I'd be remiss not mentioning Leo.
Oh. You wanna,
So
we need a candle holder. Let's see if we have.
My dad passed away earlier this year, and he, my mom. And then even a little girl, from our hedgehog, we found out that she's not able to have a baby anymore, and we really wanted to fill our house with a hog with. That
I have found two and one more. Will those fit? Let's see.
One would be fine.
Devin, can you get that out of there? The other candle?
Oh, okay. Background. Can I? No.
I do.
I got one here.
Oh, you found one. Oh, excellent.
Well, I just got that out.
Without needing my name.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I did not see her on there. Just got a message that AAA will be here in 15 minutes. Okay, so yeah. Okay. Hooray for Susie getting stuff done early.
Thank you. All right. So I'm going to start off with the names of people that were given to us by members of our community. And I neglected to say which member of the community sent these names, but if you know them and you want to light a candle for them, that would be great. Jason Sutcliffe, a family friend. Sean Murphy, once a bit of a patriarch of the local pagan community. My aunt Joyce Woolery, Dr. Anna Marie Snook, Jamie Hester, Robert C. Bigford, who is someone's uncle, Jamie's uncle, and Barbara Kimmerer, a family friend of Anne. All right. And as happens every year, there are lots of celebrities who have passed on. And so these are the names that came to mind for Suzanne Summers, actress in Three's Company. Tina Turner, singer. And if you want to light candles for them, Devin, that's fine too. Actress Piper Laurie, who was the mom in Carrie. Singer Tony Bennett. And Rocky. Kit Butkus, who was a Chicago Bears sports announcer and a sportsman. Michael Gambon, who was Professor Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series, an actor. Gary Wright, singer, best known for Dreamweaver. Steve Harwell, singer, all-star. Jimmy Buffett, singer, best known for Margaritaville and my and my next door neighbor's idol. Bob Barker, who hosted The Price is Right. For Whitesnake. Robbie Robertson, a musician in the band. Actor Mark Margolis in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Actor Angus Young, known for Euphoria. Actor Julian Sands in Warlock.
Love it.
Singer Lisa Marie Presley. There's a movie coming out about her life.
No, it's Priscilla,
Oh, that's Priscilla.
that the movie's coming out about.
Ah, okay. So is Lisa Marie
Priscilla Elvis's daughter.
daughter? Ah, okay. Oh, He must be young. Actor Paul Rubens, best known as Pee Wee Herman. Senator Dianne Feinstein. Singer-activist Sinead O'Connor. Singer Aaron Carter. Football or soccer star Pele. Kirstie Allen, actress, best known for Cheers. Christine McVie, musician in one of my favorite bands, Fleetwood Mac. Actor Richard Roundtree, known for Shaft and Roots. And just yesterday, actor, best known for Friends, but who wants to be remembered as helping people who struggled with addiction. Actor Richard Ball. Pianist George Winston. Singer Gordon Lightfoot. Harry Belafonte. Singer Otis Redding III. Singer David Crosby of Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. Rock guitarist Jeff Beck. Opera singer Renata Scotto. Opera singer Grace Bumbry. Composer Ned Rorem. Songwriter Roger Whittaker. And singer Rudolph Isley of the Isley Brothers. Are there other names that anyone would like to add?
Kayla and Nathan.
Any others? Well, we wish peace and good travels to all of their spirits, and love and comfort to those they leave behind. Blessed be. Ah,
Mhm.
we're going to sing. Thank you. So Devin, if it's possible to put the words back up on the screen, that'd be great. Go. Weaver, 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 all and strong into your web. Healer, healer, heal the pain in eternal. Weaver, weaver, weave the threads, home and strong into your web. Healer, healer, heal the pain in again. Weaver, weaver, weave the threads, strong into your web. Healer, healer, healer.
So we have some items on the table from past rituals that we no longer need. They have served their purpose. That they shall be discarded here on Samhain, the fire that is going out. For example, this is the old Vibes Watcher stick that was used for when we're meeting in person at Ritual for Business. Which we no longer do if we do it on Zoom. So that way we can all meet in our pajamas. But it means this is representations of an office, of a position in the meeting. This is an old pledge card from just before the pandemic. Electronically, we acknowledge that we've moved on. Here is a bit from an old ritual that I don't think we need anymore. I'm getting confirmation.
To our friends in the back.
Right, sorry. This is like one of the things we did a while ago. And it was fun, and it has served its purpose, at least for now. The magic has done its stuff. Other, it's
Now, those are for later.
those are for later. Those are for later.
But the star,
Star.
or the sun petals, did you talk?
No, I will. You can probably talk better about them than I can.
Well, these were from a Yule ritual
Right.
that we did, and everybody wrote down things that they were asking for. And I think I've got a picture of this up on the internet someplace, but years old now,
Right.
so time to let them go.
The magic has gone out of them.
Right. Or yes,
Right.
and come into the world.
Uh-huh.
And these, I think, these long things were similar
Yeah.
to that. Things we wanted to do.
Mhm. And personal items.
Sure.
So. And this was from the ritual not too long ago. But the Byron has. I can let it go to the universe and reclaim that bit. We have this cloth. You want to mention anything about this?
It's embroidered with words for herbalism and it no longer serves a purpose. That type.
Right. Other things that no longer serve a purpose for us at the moment, but shouldn't be burned because they're plastic or metal, are these things. One of our positions in RP was devil's advocate. Basically, if everyone was agreeing on something, then we need to have at least one. This is from decades old. And this is not as old, but it's not needed anymore. I mean, so we need to rehome these bits. You know, there is. What is this? Right. I bought this a long time ago, I think, and I forget for what ritual. But they're magnetic little beads.
Oh,
Yeah, don't swallow them.
Goes my weekend.
You're not my son. The story behind that. There's this little kitchen witch. I'm trying to remember why we acquired this. I know it's from Half Price Books, but it no longer needs to live in our space. And if no one else really wants this, then I can go put this in my house.
Is it a magnet for a little card or?
I think it's like a figurine.
Yeah.
June.
Oh,
Or,
okay.
So, curious, where you got, that it is one of those things like, you know, forward to have.
Right.
but-
Back when there were the borders.
Erin, is it a little figurine?
Yeah.
Petition.
And spatula of non sequitur. Because during ritual, during a business meeting, sometimes people get off topic. That's non sequitur. That's not relevant to what we're talking about now. Because it's spatula. It's completely different than everything else that was in the. It's kind of absurd.
We still have that role every meeting, but we don't
Right.
physically need the spatula.
Right.
I find, whenever I take that role, I find something around my house that is just absolutely ridiculous. Like one time I was using my carrot whisk.
Or ritual for RFP a lot of times, I think,
Okay.
but it wasn't like the only one. So it was just in the back. We can just probably just merge in the rest of ours. But we acknowledge the service that physical RFP did for us. So let this signal represent, maybe, possibly.
Or else all the energy has gone on this.
Let this dead candle represent the things that energy has gone out of, and that we acknowledge now move past.
So,
Paper strips and writing needles.
yes.
Okay,
Well, the tree we're gonna use, that is new.
mhm,
We're gonna use that tree later on,
these strips, right?
those strips.
Okay.
So,
Sure.
and the utensils are in the plastic box and those are the right. So Devin is passing out some strips of paper and and we've got hard surfaces. I would give people like 3.
3, okay.
Yeah.
There could be,
And if you find you need more, you can
Mhm.
come up to the table and the altar and get them.
here, I'm going to let you take, yeah,
Distribution.
you take that.
And then Devin, if you want to
Yep.
move the screen back to.
Yep.
They will be, but I'm gonna do. So maybe help you think of things like.
I will also mention that on the table are.
Oh.
and our space on Troost. There are business cards with our address.
Ah, okay.
We don't need them anymore. No, we don't.
All right, so you've got paper strips, you have writing utensils and writing, and so just to help you get in the mood, I'll do a slight meditation. So I invite you to settle comfortably into your chair. And let yourself feel well supported. And stretch any muscles that need adjustment. And when you're ready, take a slow breath in. And when you let it out, feel any tension. Take another breath and imagine it circling through your body, down your arms, reaching to your toes and back up as you release it. Breathe again and let your breath fill all the pathways in your brain. Feeling your muscles that keep your head up relaxed. We're going to take back in time, a journey through the last year to the present. And as we do this, you may wish to close your eyes or perhaps leave them half open. Take a breath and try to remember where you were a year ago at Samhain. Perhaps you were at a Samhain ritual at Gaia community, visiting Hecate in the land. Perhaps you were passing out Halloween candy. And connect with your situation then, to the person you were then. And then think about what has changed over this past year. Perhaps you have physically moved your residence. Perhaps you've changed. Perhaps you've given up a bad habit. Changed how you eat or how you look. A year can be a long time. A lot can happen in our lives. Sometimes a year passes and we forget to notice that we're still holding on to things we no longer need. Perhaps these are actual physical items, but often they're old ideas about ourselves that we've outgrown. They could be beliefs that no longer fit us, but we're still holding on to. Perhaps there's a habit that we know no longer serves us, but we haven't given it up yet. It's a belief about the larger world that you no longer hold. And it's time to recognize that you've changed. Take a moment to assess yourself a year ago and now. What no longer serves you? What is it time to release? What is taking up space in your head or in your physical space that needs to go? So you have a place to put new thoughts, hopes, and dreams. What things, ideas, beliefs, or habits are you ready to stop holding on to? As you think of these things, I encourage you to write them down on the to be released into the fire. Take the time you need now to remember, to think, and to write. It's time to come back from your journey in time and bring your attention back here and now to today, October 29th, at Gaia Community Samhain Ritual. And if you haven't written down the things you want, please do so now. And so the next thing we're going to do is go outside And, but I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do out there inside where it's warm. There's a fire pit out there. It should be lit. When we get to it, we're gonna first put in the stuff that are Gaia Community's magical workings. And I would hope that each of us can take some of those to help put into the fire. And then, once you've got those in, we can put in our personal offerings. And if you want to say again what you're releasing, if you want to say what you've written on your strips that you're releasing into the fire, that's cool, but you don't have to. You can just throw them in. And while we're placing offerings into the fire, we're going to do something we call twilight singing, which is toning, like holding a long tone. Ooh, oh, but you can move around with it as you feel called to do. So more expressive. And we can support each other those sounds as we release these things to the fire and let them go out into the universe. And so when people come up, if they want to say something, we should lower our volume a little as we sing so we can hear them. And when everything's in the fire that needs to be, we'll finish our singing and send our energy out into. Let's put on our coats and get where we're taking outside, and we'll meet by the fire pit. There is a shelter there, so you can stand in the shelter. As far as I know, it's not actually raining, but the fire pit is not underneath the tent. Because we don't want to burn anything up. Okay. So we're going to head outside. Okay, so now this should be, I hope, a really fun part of the ritual. We have released those things we don't need. So now there's room to take in new things. So we have a whole bunch of little tags here, and you're each going to take at least 3, okay? And on one, you write a hope for Gaia community, for our community here. And you take a string and you hang it off our little tree. And we actually have a room down the hall that we can use and keep our things out. So this tree will sit on the counter there by our Gaia community banner. There. Another card, at least one, is hopes for yourself, dreams and things you're looking at in the year ahead. And the last one, hope for someone else in this room. And that goes in the magic purple hat. And then we'll pass the hat and we'll each take a blessing, a hope out of it to take home.
So like a wish, like a good wishes.
Like good wishes, right. And probably generic in some way because you don't know who's going to get it. So, Devin, you want to pass some out or take some? And I'll pass the other dish. So I have 3 wishes left. And shall we save those for other people coming?
Well, I mean, at least we know one person.
Coming. Okay, we'll do that then. All right. So, Devin, if you could put our chant words up on the screen. And we'll sing this and turn the wheel of the year. There. One before it.
Yep.
There we go. All right. And if you want to get up the table, you can do that too. It's turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, bring our past to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel turning, turning, darkening our past to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Down the year in sound. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, bring our past to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in resound. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, bring our past to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, bring to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. The wheel of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, bring our past to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. The spirit of the year is turning, turning on this Samhain night. The wheel of the year is turning, turning, letting our past to light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. Is turning, turning, bring light. Now the veil is thin, spirits all around. Dance the new year in, let our hopes resound. So put some energy into the tree and into the tags that you in your hand. A wheel turning as a new year begins. And if you have extra energy, you can send some back to our Mother Earth. Blessed be. Blessed be. Okay. So now is the time for announcements. We have a leaf. Many of us donate through donor box on a monthly basis. But you can always put cash in the ditch, in the leaf. I have any. I mean, this around. If you, and you can just put good energy into it as well. And while we do that, we sing, weave and spin, weave and spin. That's the way the work begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal, seek a dream and make it real. Weave and spin, that's the way the work begins. Mend and heal, mend and heal, take a dream and make it real. Thank you for all your contributions. So announcements, next week. I had on my little calendar was that we have a class on alternative voting methods.
Yes. that
Yes.
is What I saw on Facebook.
Okay,
Mail-in ballots, on the,
Ranked
other
choice
ways.
voting.
yeah, ranked choice voting, so other ways of like count, not exactly counting, but ranked choice voting is like if you ranked your choices from 1 to 5. And if your choice doesn't get enough votes, then they go and count your second vote. And there's a lot of different methods like that. There's something called approval voting, and they've probably come up with some new ones since we talked about this. So
Voting to pick our patron for the year.
yeah. So that's interesting. I don't have any meetings on the calendar this week except the November 6th, our ritual teams meet on Zoom. And anybody else have any announcements?
That's Tuesday after.
Okay. All right, so now it is time to close down our circle. Before we blow out any candles, I want to take a picture of that altar.
Even it's
I don't,
pretty on the video.
well, do you want to keep the lights off or
Oh,
on?
yeah, that does look very
We
pretty.
got that ambient light. I think we're good.
Okay,
We'll leave the candles going for a bit.
here they are.
Queen and sovereign, we thank you for being here today with us. Stay if you will, go if you must. Ellen, well met.
Alan, well done, Mark. So if you can stand, face the east. We're going to start with air. Well met, air, and its passing moment. Thank you, air.
Thank you, Aaron. Well met, fire, and its many actions. Thank you, fire.
Thank you, fire. Well met, water, and the returning flow. Thank you, water.
Thank you, water. And well met, earth, and its record of all that is. Thank you, earth.
Thank you, earth. We're going to do the short form of our standard closing. And if you're comfortable holding hands, you can. Not just share energy. All right. This circle is open but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess go in our hearts, and the dance of the gods enliven our days. And may we care for the earth and each other, because our lives depend on it. Merry meet and merry part and merry meet again.